Today I'm going to share with you a mantra that was a game changer for me when it came to setting boundaries, that one of my spiritual teachers shared with me, and I really think will help a lot of women right now, because boundaries. This is a huge theme collectively right now, and I think that it will be until about December at least. But this mantra, this affirmation, if you will, changed my life. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm an initiated high priestess, witch, psychic medium, and a spiritista. And I make content about divine feminine energy, metaphysics, inner work, witchcraft, spirituality, all the things. So if that resonates, definitely go ahead and subscribe, and also tap the notification bell so that we can stay connected. The mantra that I'm going to share with you is, you get to say no. You get to say no. And before you click off and say, oh, really, Nikki, that's so simple and asinine, hear me out. This mantra is something that I use as a follow-up. I say it to my clients, and more often than not, I say it to myself. When an issue arises where so-and-so is doing X, Y, and Z, or so-and-so is trying to demand this of me, or pressure me into this, or make me feel this way, and you get to say no. So-and-so is asking me for money, even though when I was poor they treated me like shit. But now that I'm wealthy, all of a sudden, they're sorry. And you get to say no. I learned this mantra from Dr. Mina Irfan and also her best friend Shahrazad when they taught it's called Queens of Money. It's a very powerful activation for the divine feminine that they filmed last year. And that very simple sentence has stuck with me ever since. Because I don't allow myself to mentally spiral. I don't allow myself to have a fawn response to these assholes anymore. I'm a 29-year-old woman. And the only parent that raised me is no longer here. And Daddy B is still very much parenting me from the other side, as he should. But other than my dad and my godparents, I don't really answer to anybody. I answer to God, my dad, or my ancestors, and my spirit's brother, and my godparents, and my spirit team. That's it. What are you going to do if I say no? Throw a bitch fit, complain, talk shit, throw witchcraft, throw them out of your whole evil eye. Oh well. People are going to do fucked up things. People are going to try you. People are going to try to breach your boundaries. People are going to try to do things to you and do shitty things, manipulative, deceptive, dishonest, controlling behavior. And the only natural consequence is for you to protect yourself. And then they're going to get mad at how you choose to protect yourself. And they're going to try to intimidate you. Because they don't like that you set a boundary. You get to say no. And saying no manifests in many forms. Sometimes it's walking the fuck away and saying, you know what, I'm not fucking arguing with you, dude. I'm not. No, you're not worth the vibration of my vocal cords. You are not getting this juicy throat chakra. No, fuck you. No. You get to say no. And as women, we've been so conditioned, because of the crap that we've been subjected to have a very difficult and turbulent relationship with the word no. Very rarely will you see a woman say no flat out. Usually it's followed up with justification, over-explaining, softening, passivity, etc. I don't fault her for that. I can't, and I won't, because I've been there. I don't judge women for this. It's because of all the bullshit that the toxic masculine, and to a certain extent the wounded feminine, because they enable the toxic masculine, because they're fucking pick-me's, have subjected us to. So, like the better half of the gene pool, we adapted to survive. People-pleasing and fawning, or freezing, is a nervous system response created during survival. But we have to override this. It's 2026. It'll be 2027 in just a few months. Women get to have boundaries now. It is high time. And I'm saying this, I know I'm being kind of fiery and stern right now. It's 100,000% out of love. And let me tell you something else. I am not one of these spiritual teachers or course creators that talks out the side of their mouth and is disembodied as fuck. No. I've had this conversation with myself many, many more times than I would like to admit. And it took a lot for me to get this level of fortification. But boundaries and dark feminine energy is where it started. And more importantly, it's what solidified it for me. Okay? And I think that for very feminine women like me, I think that when I rephrase my inner masculine as my dark feminine, I think that that helps. Because even if I channel true divine masculine energy from the field, from the cloud, from the divine, it's still going to be filtered through my feminine heart, mind, body, and spirit and nervous system, right? So there's naturally going to be feminine aspects. And also, the reason that I, created this whole teaching and energetic architecture, not just for myself, but for y'all, is because when you're having to set boundaries, and people are testing you left and right because they fucking will, it helps to have a dark feminine force or two on your side to tap into. Whether that be Hecate, Medusa. In my case, I'm a Yaya in Palo Mayombe. I've been a Yaya, a priestess in Palo Mayombe for over 5 years. And Centella and Doki, the dark mother of Palo, the queen of the cemetery, the queen of the dead, is everything to me. She has taught me so much. And best believe, when I'm pissed off, Centella is not far away. Yeah, I'm gonna say that little secret for my future godchildren. But, it helps to have the dark mother in your corner. Because that feminine energy is going to be rooting for you, and she's also going to be protecting you. The dark mother is that motherly energy of comfort, of soothing, of protection, of nurturing. But she'll also jump up and go to war for you without hesitation. So I encourage you to lean into your dark feminine. It is not, your dark feminine has nothing to fucking do with seducing a man or manipulating him for some money. That is so fucking energetically low level, and I am so disappointed with the feminine, so-called feminine, spiritual community for framing dark feminine energy that way. Like, really, why do y'all have to be pick-me's? Why do you have to make everything about a damn man? Okay? Good God. Half the dark goddesses don't even like men. And if they do, it's 1% of the population that actually embody divine masculine energy. They strongly dislike the rest. Anyway, that's my little rant. My dark feminine activation is the ultimate portal, the ultimate gateway to boundary setting. And I get really deep into how to set boundaries in a practical way. Like, I give you literal scripts on what to say when you have to set a boundary with someone. And I know people laugh at that, but it's like a lot of us, especially girls, we were not taught that. Those are things that your parents are supposed to teach you. Your parents are supposed to give you that pep talk of, hey, here's what to say. You know, they kind of warm you up, right, before you have to go set your boundary. That's proper parenting in a perfect world. A lot of us didn't have that. I personally didn't have it because as a child, I didn't have to have boundaries because I had my dad. And everybody knew that if someone fucked with me, they'd be taking a dirt nap. But he passed away when I was 21. And I had no choice but to be that dark feminine / inner masculine container for myself. And it took me years to embody this teaching. It took me years to embody everything that I give you in the dark feminine activation. But I put it there, I made this for y'all because I don't want it to take y'all years. I don't want you to be like me and have struggled a lot of your 20s being like cornered by the universe over and over again for one simple lesson. Don't just set boundaries, maintain them. Everything that I put in my courses and my activations, my deepest teachings are, the reason they're so deep is because those are things that took me years to learn and understand and apply and embody and master. And I don't want it to take time away from y'all like it did from me. So I give it to you in a very structured, easy to understand way. And the dark feminine activation is going to be the prerequisite for my Sea Witch Siren course, my mermaid magic course. And it's going to be included, okay? And it's for a reason, because I don't just want to teach y'all a bunch of like money and attraction and beauty magic and all these beautiful, yummy, divine feminine things and not teach you how to protect yourself, okay? Because that's where I fucked up when I first started my journey. I want y'all to have both. I want you to have your dark feminine in your back pocket when you need her, so that if someone sees your yummy, fiery, siren, magnetic as fuck energy, and they get the wrong idea, your dark feminine switches and takes over instinctually, like it's nothing. And you handle it, and you go back to being a siren. That is my everyday life. Okay. So definitely check out the Dark Feminine activation at sirensnectar.com/power. And if you want to join the waitlist for my Sea Witch Siren course, that's going to be all about siren archetypes, mermaid magic, cleansing, protection, beauty spells, money spells with the ocean, just so much divine feminine mysteries from the ocean, go to sirensnectar.com/siren. And you will be added to the waitlist. And you not only get early access, you also get exclusive early bird pricing, some bonus rituals, and behind the scenes content for free. Okay? I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.